Keith's an amazing guy.
What is up? It is Red, the Rideshare Ginger, coming right back at you. There's no 3-Minute Thursday this week. You guys don't give me any damn questions, so I'm just gonna do this quick video here, and it's how to do 100 trips in 3 days. And the reason I'm doing this video here now about doing 100 trips is with the new Uber Quest in Chicago, they are, at least I've never seen a 100 trip weekend quest. That's what we got this week. At least that's what I have available to myself, is a 100 trip weekend quest for, I think it's $230, and then they give you the 190 or 180 option. I did the 180 option just to give myself an out if something fucks up. So it is Friday morning. I got out of the house 3:45 a.m. I got myself going this morning. So we're gonna talk about a couple of different strategies for hitting that 100 trip quest. And I don't know when this video is gonna post. Hopefully I get it out sometime today, but we'll see. Kind of depends on how the day goes. But couple of things. So I'm gonna give you the strategy that I'm going with and the strategy that I would kind of advise you to go with. So the reason my strategy is gonna be kind of different than what I would normally advise you to go with is I follow my schedule to my girlfriend's schedule, and that means she does 4 weeks of Monday through Thursday work and then 4 weeks of Thursday through Sunday work. And right now we're on the last weekend of her doing Thursday through Sunday working. So then on Monday, she switches Monday through Thursday. And me being on the weekday schedule starting next week, I want to get back on that 4 a.m. schedule instead of working the night times like I have for the weekend. So I am in the process of switching my schedule over in this weekend. So I'm not working my typical weekend hours. I'm trying to go as close to 4 a.m. as possible Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll see if that stays all the way through. I got up today, positive. So my strategy is slightly different because I'm working 4 a.m. So let's talk through what I'm doing as well as what I advise you to do. So regardless, on Friday, go with that 4 a.m. schedule or relatively close to that. Be downtown, ready to work. Actually, I lied. Don't necessarily. I'm going with the 4 a.m. schedule. So for me, 4 a.m. schedule, I'm going downtown. I'm going with the old school filter. I'm gonna head north side, filter to south side, and do not filter to McCormick Place like some other fools have told you to do, because rides go to McCormick Place. So as soon as you get a ride there, filter's done, over, you can't turn around and redo it. So my advice for you is somewhere south of McCormick Place. Doesn't matter exact, maybe even a little bit southwest, but not too far. You don't want to be getting rides to Midway. So just a couple of miles southwest of there. So that's where you set your destination filter. And for me, I'm going down. I am running trips starting at 4 a.m. in the loop, and I got trip times. So I'm going to run trips, and I will take an O'Hare trip here or there if they come through. But for the most part, what I'm looking for is people in the loop are either going to O'Hare, or they're going to the gym, or they're going to Starbucks in the morning. Short trips, with the exception of the O'Hare trips, will kind of pull me out a little bit. So the goal, though, is to grab a bunch of short trips in the loop without burning a filter yet. And then depends on where I'm at, but the goal is at about 5:30, 6 o'clock, I'll take my last trip, hopefully a short trip, and then I'm heading north, Lakeview, Edgewater, maybe even all the way up to Rogers Park, probably not, at about 5:36. And then I'm gonna grab a quick nap because I'm trying to flip the schedule, so I'm gonna be a little bit tired. So I'm gonna grab a quick nap, and then at about 7:15, I'm gonna set that filter to the south side. So what I would advise for, not south side, but south of McCormick Place. What I advise for you is, if you want to work that morning schedule, that's fine. You can follow me at the 4 a.m., but at a minimum, be downtown 7:30, filter south. Take as many trips as you can on that filter. When the filter runs out, what I'm going to do, and what I advise you to do, is one of two things. You will either head to University of Chicago, or you'll head to Evanston. And the reason for that is you are trying to target short trips of kids going to class for college. So University of Chicago south, or head up to Evanston north. I will probably go north to Evanston. It's more of my comfort zone. It's kind of where I like to be. And the nice thing is you're out of the city then, so you're not using city time, so you don't run out of city hours. If you're down there at the University of Chicago, you're going to be burning your city hours. So I would advise go north to Evanston. And so Work there in those 2 spots as long as you can. Decline any long trips that come through while you're there. So, and when I say long trip, anything over 30 minutes. So try to keep all your trips 30 minutes or less, and ideally 20 minutes or less. Make sure eats are on. Do eats here and there. I guess I've never done eats down by University of Chicago. Maybe you don't want to do it down there. Evanston, do eats. There's going to be quite a bit of eats trips. You'll grab a lot of Starbucks to kids in the morning and things like that. So that's your Saturday morning plan for the most part. And then run that until 2 or 3, and then take a 30-minute trip if one comes through. And most likely it'll either take you to O'Hare or it'll take you back to the loop. Ideally, it'll take you to the loop. Once you're back in that loop, you only used 1 filter in the morning. Don't waste both filters. You only want to use 1 in the morning. Hopefully you still have city time because you went up and worked Evanston. You're going to head down to the loop, and you are going to set that filter north. You can set it as far as Evanston, but you're going to chance an O'Hare trip. I normally go Laugh Factory. That's my north one if I'm down the loop heading north. And the reason you want to do that is in the morning you were going south because everyone was going from Lakeview down to the loop to work. Now you're taking everyone from work back home. And so you go Laugh Factory with it. At least ideally that's what I would be doing, is I'd be heading, I go Laugh Factory. At least that's what I'm hoping to be doing. So you're going to go Laugh Factory north. And then beyond that, here's what you want to do the rest of the night. So once that filter runs out, you're just going to kind of take the trips as they come through. You have a few options. If you don't have much city time left, you need to either go up to Evanston or you're going to want to head to Oak Lawn. And you're like, Oak Lawn, why the fuck am I going to Oak Lawn? Oak Lawn pounds the short trips like crazy. Oak Lawn has all kinds of short trips. So, and if you're out of city time, you're going Oak Lawn or Evanston, both city time. If you still have some city time left, hang out in the city until you have about an hour and a half left, and then you need to get out because you're going to get pulled to the city again if you're going to work later. Me personally, I'm going to call it quits, and I'm setting a destination filter out of the city at 5 p.m. That's when CTs start. So I'm setting a destination filter out of the city at 5 p.m. so I can get out and get home and go to sleep hopefully by 9 or 10. You work as late as you possibly can on Friday. Try to get 40 to 45 trips done on Friday. That is the goal, 40 to 45 trips. Saturday, start whatever time you want. Me personally, I'm starting at 5 or 6 a.m. because I'm trying to keep that schedule and getting it flipped over. For you, I would advise working probably starting about 10 a.m. and then you're going to run it to the 2 to 3 a.m. shift. And what you're going to want to do is, for me, I'm just taking trips basically all Saturday, no targets until I get to about 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, I will do one of two things. I will either go to Hinsdale, Oakbrook area, or I will go to St. Charles. Hinsdale, Oakbrook has some decently short trips normally throughout the course of the night, and you won't get drugged to the city, which is what I'm trying to avoid because I'm trying to get home before about 10 o'clock. So decently short trips, Hinsdale, Oakbrook area, and then St. Charles normally has short trips. They're not great this time of year. Short trips will be there like crazy in the summer, but this time of year they're okay. But the reason I'm going to St. Charles is because it's close to home. So I'll do one of two things. I'll either go to Hinsdale, Oakbrook, or I will go to St. Charles around 5 or 6 o'clock and just take the richer crowd to dinner and bed. For you, you're going to pound the city starting at about 5 o'clock. Try to stay in the loop, try to stay in the city as much as possible, take as many short trips as you can, and then kind of gauge your city time. And then again, you're going to repeat the process of what you did on Friday, and you're going to target Evanston, and you're going to target Oak Lawn starting at about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and work those areas until about 2 or 3. And then on Saturday, so you have two options. You can kind of do what I'm doing and get out early at about, try to end your day at about midnight. I'm ending at about 10, but end your day at midnight, or you can work it to the 4 a.m. shift and just work it. And if you're going to work late, you need to ideally knock out another 35 trips if you're going to work late. If you're working till 4 a.m., knock out 35 trips on Saturday. So you just did 40, hopefully on Friday, 35. So now you're at 75. You only need 25 more on Sunday. So you worked late so you can wake up later on Sunday. I'm going a different route, and I pound trips early Sunday morning. So if you're going to follow me, be done at midnight, home and asleep by midnight. If you're going to follow the exact schedule that I'm following, and I'm going to be back downtown by 4 a.m. So a couple of reasons I want to be down there at 4 a.m. You're going to get a little bit of that bar surge at 4 a.m., but you're probably going to take a decent amount of business travelers, and there's less drivers out between 5 to 8 a.m. Most drivers just work the bar crowd and they're done at 5. And so you're taking a lot of nice short surge trips, a lot of the walk of shames and things like that. So Sunday, you're going to pound and get as many trips as you can done on Sunday until you complete it all. And for me, that's starting at 4 a.m., hopefully done by 5 or 6 p.m. if Friday, Saturday go the way I want them to. Who knows if they will, but I'm kind of hoping they will. And that's kind of the goal. That's how you get 100 trips done. It's not rocket science. It's going to take some hours. It's going to take some work. Like, I'm probably going to do 15, 16 hour days every single day until I get this shit done. 30 trips is the minimum on Friday for me. Saturday, again, it's a 30 minimum. And then Sunday, obviously, I'd have to do 40. The goal, though, is 40 Friday, 35 to 40 Saturday, so Sunday can be a little bit of a shorter day for you. For me, I'm cutting Saturday short so I can continue to flip my schedule over and get things in the right spot. I hope that helps, gives you some strategy. I kind of was flying through that because I want to get here, taking some trips here pretty quickly, but I think that gave you an idea of what I'm going to do, what I advise you to do, and just kind of some tidbits. I can expand on it more if you want me to. Ask questions. Let me know what you want to hear. Until next time, guys, I will get the gift card winners out there, but we're at like 12 minutes on this video, and I don't try to do long videos, so I will let you know who the gift card winners are in another video, shorter one. But till next time, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear. Thanks. I appreciate it.